y'all, welcome back. Loba's Crafts here, and we are doing a whip and chat today, although these are going to be my tips for diamond painting. I spent a little time just kind of coming up with a few of my own things. Again, we are still working on A Beauty and Her Beast. I did not make my deadline, so my new deadline is for April 15th, which is a Monday. I'm pretty sure it'll be done by then. I actually just finished these two sections, so I just figured, you know, I have time to do one more, so why not? So we are working on this color A. So again, we are going to just be discussing, you know, just some tips I have for you guys when it comes to diamond painting. I don't necessarily think I have 10. It's more like 8. If I think of something along the way, we'll just add it in there somewhere. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know what your own diamond painting tips are. Again, these are just mine. So the first one is to understand your mental state when you sit down to diamond paint. I say that because first things first, when you diamond paint, this is supposed to be relaxing. This isn't supposed to be a job or you know, make you feel like you're not channeling your anxiety well, or you're not channeling your day well. This is something where if you're going to sit down and be productive, you are, you know, canceling out all of the BS in your life. You are sitting down, you are actively being mindful of your breathing. You know, you're doing all the things to bring you peace, because that's what the sole purpose of this craft is to be. So, you know, let me back you up a little bit. So when I talk about, you know, kind of understand your mental space, if you know you had a rough day, but you got like this burst of energy where you could sit down and you could really, you know, maybe bang out a section or two, do it. But if you had you had a less than perfect day and you are mentally drained, all you want to do is sleep, but you know you have, you know, you have this kid out or you have a project out, don't force yourself to do something that you don't want to do in the moment, because then it ruins the experience in which you are obtaining from the craft itself. So be mindful of your mental state. So yeah. Sorry, my husband is hilarious. So that's that. That's the first one. The second one is do not diamond paint in silence, okay? Me, when I do these whip and chats, it actually bothers me that I'm diamond painting in silence. But yeah, don't diamond paint in silence. Put on some music. You know, for those who have animals, it's never like you're really like doing anything in silence, let alone alone. But if you don't have a pet, or you don't, you know, you're not, this is something you're going to sit down to do for an hour plus. This isn't something that you can say you're going to do for 30 minutes with nothing going on. Now, don't get me wrong, there are days where I legitimately will sit here and I will diamond paint in silence. It's like my ears don't work. However, most of the time I like to diamond paint with either another creator's whip and chat on, or one of their videos. A lot of times, if it's not that, it's music. You know, even if you're like on the phone, like my cousin and I, we do like this thing where we both will like FaceTime each other, or we'll like get on Facebook Messenger together, and she'll be working on her whip and I will work on my whip. Like, you could share this craft with somebody else, or like, you know, we kind of make like a date out of it. Like, she actually is more of like a paint by number person, or she likes to color a lot, where I'm either crocheting or I'm actively working on a kit. It's just, it makes the time go by faster, and again, it doesn't make you feel alone. That's one of the things where it's like, unless you want to be completely left alone, don't like force yourself to work on something without, you know, even the TV on. If you have like a good show, or, you know, keep yourself with some type of background noise. Don't do this in complete silence, because then what you do is actually you lead yourself to burnout. I learned that the hard way. The third diamond painting tip I have is do not rush through your sections. If you section off like I do with washi tape, or like a T ruler and a Sharpie, which is my other way of doing it, you know, you could do little by little of your section. Don't rush through it. Like, if you know it's a lot of confetti and it's going to take you more than one day to go through like that section, don't rush through it. I learned the hard way with my Josephine Wool kit, the Virgo. That one had so much confetti, and I didn't understand. And I'm a confetti person. I like confetti. But the amount of confetti was so overwhelming that maybe not even half. Like, I could... Okay, so like this is 2 sections. I will say like I could work on just this little section and it would be too much. Don't rush through your sections. It's not a competition to get something done. So there's that. The next one is kitting up. So depending on your storage system, fill your containers with the color that you have the most of to the one that you have the least of. Now, everybody kits up differently. Again, it's not a competition. It's not who does it better. It's none of that. But when it comes to kitting up, make it make sense. A lot of times, like, for me, I'm going to utilize one of these containers. If I know that, this is actually a bad example. Let me get the other one. If I know that I'm going to get a lot of this number, this 3865, like I think I had 2 really big packages of these. It filled 4 of the storage systems. Okay. If I know that, or even this one, 3371, they were all filled. All 7 of these were filled. That's how I want to kit up. Now, not everybody does it like that. But I kit up by what's the most, and say I have one, and I have a little tiny package of diamonds. I will put that number there. And I'll continue to the next most and work my way down to what makes sense. It's not going by color. It's not going by symbol. It's going by what makes sense. My thing is that you don't want to just open a random thing. Now, some people just will, you know, they'll kit up by the number. They'll take it from there. And they'll just work with what they got, which is fine. And they'll just keep, like, cutting and reopening. Like, say, 310 is usually when you get a lot of... That's fine and all. But if you're anything like me, I want to kit up once. Because once I get started on my kit, I don't want to think about cutting another baggie full of whatever color I'm becoming low on. That's just me. I like to save time. Don't make more work for yourself. Don't make more work for yourself. Now, if you say, oh, well, you know, it's not that big of a deal, that's how you're going to do it, fine. But I find it more often than not to make it more work for you, for you to do one like bag of 310 at a time as you go through your 310. I promise you, even if you don't utilize the entirety of your 310, it's better to have it already prepared than to, say, even when it comes down to, like, say, your last little bit of a section and you have your last 310 bag, and although it's a lot, You didn't have it on, but there's no reason for it. Just get it over with. Okay? There's no reason to wait around and go from, again, the most diamonds or drills to the least amount of drills. There's a way to also utilize and capitalize on your storage system by doing that. Okay? So there's that. Which leads me to my next thing. Spare drills. The drills that I believe that you should keep in some type of bulk or at least on hand. The numbers 310, 823, 939, and the 141 AB color from the DNC. Any other color that you might feel that you're ever going to need again? Like, I keep all the really, like, rare looking AB colors that I come across in a kit. You can keep those, but do I think, and I learned this the hard way as well, do I think you need to keep or, sorry, I need a drink of water, or utilize like a, I used to keep them all in a huge vase. Do you need to do that? No. Is it fun to use that? Sure. It's a good vase filler for fake flowers or, you know, if you're going to utilize them in other crafts. But if you know you're just going to fill up that vase and you're not going to do anything with those drills, trash your drills. Just trash them. No one is telling you to save all of the, like, to create a whole storage system and utilize space, and especially if you live in a very kind of like, I don't have a lot of space as it is type of situation, there's no need to have boxes on boxes of boxes of leftover drills from each kit. Again, in bulk, that maybe you should keep because you're gonna find yourself needing more of them than more often than not. Or again, 310, 141 AB, 823, 939, and again, if you want to save whatever AB or nice drill that maybe you come across that maybe you won't find in another kit, you can do that. Again, those special drills, you know, those are considerable, but if they're not a special drill, and again, if it's like not, like for me, like I keep enough of the 129 to say I have it just in case I need it for another kit that comes through, because that's actually the AB that I find myself having to need a lot of times often than not. But honestly, unless you are constantly, you know, spilling your drills or you know, you got little ones that get into your thing, there's no reason to constantly keep those around. Makes no sense. So with that being said, oh, and just to apologize about my nails today, I need to just take them off. I needed to, like, let my nails breathe. Anywho, so tip number 6. When you're not interested in the diamond painting anymore, and I mean in the actual, like, say like you've been working on a kit, you were really excited at one point for it, you were really into the subject matter, and then say you're no longer interested in it. Put it away. Put it away. Don't get rid of it just yet, but put it away. Don't kit it down. Don't do none of that. Put it away. Forget it exists until you are ready to work on it again. Now, I see this happening a lot with the cross-stitch conversion kits, and not that I know anything or too much about those, because in all honesty, I think that those are one of the dumber, I don't know, I don't like the idea of a cross-stitch conversion. I feel like they're a waste of time. It's mostly in those cases where, like, say you get a cross-stitch conversion, or you really, you know, you thought at one point you would really love to work on a landscape or a dragon or, you know, something of the subject matter you really thought you would enjoy that diamond painting. Then you start it and you start to realize this is not for me. Again, put it away. Give yourself some time on it. Start a different project. Whether that's a different craft in general or just a different diamond painting. Okay? Put it away. Maximum, give yourself about 6 months. I'm going to be honest with you. In this entire journey of me diamond painting, I think I've gotten rid of one kit. Just one. Just one. That I thought I loved it, and then I ended up hating it half of the way through. I put it away for, I actually want to say about 3 months. I looked back on it and I literally was like, honestly, I'm never gonna do this again. Like, I'm never going to honestly pick this up and finish it, and I'm not gonna waste my time doing it. So I did kit it down. I ended up trashing the kit. It was an Amazon kit. It was like one of my very first kits. Again, this is the only time I've ever done it, but it was huge. From Amazon, it was actually by size, but something about it was like, it looked prettier on the website that it did on, like, in front of me. And it was wools. I'm La Loba the Aries Tarot. I love wools. I love bears. I love, like, certain animals. I'm a big shark person. That's actually one of the ones I'm very much looking for. I'm looking for a shark diamond painting or an octopus diamond painting. I love octopus. There's a lot more of the octopus out there, but I haven't really found one that I was like, oh, I really need that. But this one, I don't know, something about it just, it wasn't for me. The glue on it was wonderful. I didn't have any issues with it. But something about it, just, I wasn't jiving with it. Don't be afraid to get rid of a kit either. Like, if you know you're never going to work on it, this is why I said put it away for a little bit. If you think that maybe somebody else will work on it, keep it for that reason. You know, you already have it kitted up. Just make a trade or something. But don't just go to say, oh, I don't like it anymore, get rid of it, and then you find yourself a week later saying, you know what, I should have, could have, you know, finished it. It's unfair to yourself, especially when you probably put in time enough to really, you know, make it worth your while. Next one is that AB. 131 is another one. That's actually the one I'm working on. It's a 131 AB. It's like an orange color. It's pretty, but I don't know if, again, that's not really one that I would always keep on hand, but it's nice. Okay. So there's that. Which leads me to my next point. The size of your canvas does matter. Be very wary of the challenge that you are up for. Be wary of the shape that you are up for. I've seen a lot of people try to attempt the sizes of the diamond paintings in which I like to work on. I prefer a bigger kit. This isn't a big kit, but even something like this, and this is a what size is this? This is a 22 by 28. This could be too big for somebody, you know? Take into consideration the size does matter. And the size matters when you buy your kit. The size matters when you like an image. Whether it's from an Amazon kit, or say it's a it's from a vendor. I want to let you guys know too, a lot of these people who do steal artwork, they will warp the size of the canvas for that reason. Sometimes you will get a canvas even from, like, say, Diamond Art Club, where, like, this one. This one, I love this canvas. I think it's awesome. But that little section that we worked on in an earlier whip and chat, over the beast, which is, you know, the little pup, his little collar is supposed to say beast. It doesn't necessarily say beast even when far away. The image was not, it's not that it wasn't rendered well, it was just rendered good enough, in my opinion. So you need to take that into consideration. If you want something like a landscape especially, make sure that you're getting what you paid for that. Size matters. Size matters when you finish it and you realize, oh shit, like, it doesn't look like what I originally bought it for. Take that into consideration. Okay? Take a lot of these things into consideration because, again, this is why there's such a big argument about stolen artwork. These other companies, these smaller companies, these Chinese companies are, or, you know, the cheapy companies, they're really warping the image. That's why they're not getting licensing. But again, take that into consideration when working on a canvas. Oops. Okay, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Last but not least, the last tip that I can give you is don't compare yourself to other diamond painters. We all are different. We all are different in the way that we come off to people. We all are different in the way that we set up. We're all different in the way that we make this craft our own. And it's rough when, you know, you see commenters about like, oh my god, how can you like diamond paint that fast? Or, oh my god, how do you do this? Or how do you do that? And it's just like, hey, again, it's not a competition. This is legitimately for your own pleasure. There is no reason why you're wishing to accomplish getting 45 diamond paintings done in a year. Sorry, I'm sorry. Like, I know some people do it. If you are quickly like that, cool. But if you're naturally not, why are you comparing yourself to someone else who may have a time, who may have the opportunity, who may have, you know, whatever circumstance that allows them to also utilize that time? If you have a 9 to 5 and you come home after your hour drive at 6, you cook dinner, you take a shower, you get into your chair to finally diamond paint, it's already 8 o'clock, you're giving yourself until 9 to finish 2 sections. That sounds like a schedule. That doesn't even sound like you time, does it? So why compare yourself to maybe the circumstances of someone else? There's no need for it. The diamond painting will get finished. The diamond painting will look beautiful at the end, I believe. Let me back that up just a little bit for you. You're making things harder for yourself by comparing yourself to somebody else. Mind you, you're comparing yourself to somebody else when their subject matter is different, when honestly they're working on a canvas that maybe you would never touch. They're working on a canvas that comes with almost 300 colors while you're comfortable just staying with the regular maybe 24 to 25 colors. Why are you comparing yourself? What is there to compare? This is not a popularity contest. And I see it every day more and more and more where it's like, I realize that the day that this video gets 1,000 views, because I'm going to manifest it, it's going to go out there. The day that this gets 1,000 views, I'm going to rub a lot of people the wrong way because I said the loud part. Or I said the quiet part out loud. This is not a popularity contest. When I come back here and I work out my things, this is out of my ordinary. I don't really do fantasy or, you know, I don't really do, you know, characters or things like that. This is out of my ordinary. But you find something new, you enjoy it. It's probably also why it's taken me forever to even finish this. I'm enjoying the process. When you find something you enjoy, why do you want to ruin it by forcing yourself to finish it in one shot? If y'all don't watch Yellowstone, I'm very much a Beth Dutton person. I love her. Love her character. But she states how she doesn't like to share the things that she feels are beautiful. She doesn't like to share the things that, you know, are beautiful. And these are one of those things that I find is beautiful. Why would I want to share this moment that I'm breathing, that I'm little by little utilizing in my own way to comfort myself? You see that I got that color there. Okay. I want to make sure I'm covering it. But those are my tips. That was about 8 of them. I really don't have any more from there. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let me know what you guys think about the tips I had. Let me know what your tips are. I would like to hear what you guys have in regards to this as well. I hope that none of these are repetitive. And if they are, I am 100% sorry. I know I'm not the only one who's probably done a video out here like this. So, you know, if more than one person are telling you though, you know, just be wary. Know your limits. Happy diamond painting. I hope you know, comment, like, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye, guys.